Daniels.
Good afternoon. I am Renaud Daniels, and I'm so pleased to welcome each of you this afternoon to this afternoon's Power Lunch hosted by our friends at Pfizer. It's only afternoon, and we've already had such an exciting and impactful day. Don't you all agree? And there's so much more to come. A great lunch has been prepared and a fantastic program planned. So I'd like to recognize our host who's making today's Power Lunch possible. Please direct your attention to the video screens.
Hi, I'm Frida Lewis Hall, and I'm the Chief Patient Officer at Pfizer. As we gather this week for Black Enterprises Women of Power Summit, to celebrate the achievements of Black women and to talk about the tools and skills needed to drive our own success, we also need to be aware of another extremely important source of our power, our health. As we make strides in our career, with our families, and within our communities, it's important to know that we, Black women, continue to be disproportionately affected by some of the most devastating diseases like heart disease, breast cancer, sickle cell, and lupus, just to name a few. For far too long, we have relinquished our power to these life-threatening illnesses, which can prevent us from advancing in our careers, starting a family, or watching our children grow up. We can no longer sit idly by while these diseases rob us of our future. We must work together to take action. At Pfizer, we're focused on improving health outcomes and increasing health equity within the African American community. Our work starts with patients like Khadijah, a metastatic breast cancer survivor, and Marjorie, a sickle cell disease advocate. Together, we can reclaim our power by reclaiming our health and becoming educated about the impact of these diseases. Join me by visiting www.gethealthystayhealthy.com to learn more about powering your health.
Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the Vice President of Human Resources for HR Business Development and HR Global Operations for Pfizer, Janice Beauchamp.
Good afternoon, and thank you. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here on behalf of Pfizer, with Pfizer, to this important Women's Leadership Conference. So last year was my first time here, but this time I didn't come alone. I brought 26 women from Pfizer, 2 male allies to join us to celebrate. I'm excited about Pfizer's commitment to our diversity and our inclusion mission back at Pfizer, but I am also extremely excited about the partnership with Black Enterprise. We started talking last night. How do we continue this on? And a 10-year plan, so more work to get done. I've been in a very unique position. I've had the pleasure of working with, supporting, probably being coached by Dr. Frida Lewis Hall. And her mission from the day that she arrived to the organization was about patients and how do we make medicines, health to our patients, to their community. So you can see from the video that she's committed to the health of women in our communities, providing the power of taking action and reclaiming our health. So one of the things that we know within Pfizer, what is it? What's your numbers? What's your health numbers? What's your cholesterol numbers? This session this afternoon for lunch is also about power. It's about the power of diversity and the importance of changing the conversation, building alliances, strengthening communities, and overcoming obstacles, and what I always say, looking for that pearl, that opportunity. At Pfizer, we understand the power of the conversation, how important it is, the power for us to have that conversation, that dialogue with patients who take our medicines, with many talented people that we hope will come join our phenomenal organization, because a lot of things are happening there. And also to our colleague population that lives in communities, that works in communities, having dialogue and conversation with them is extremely important. Dialogue for me, and I remember my mother always saying, always be able to talk about it, always be able to listen. Dialogue brings strong connections with those who are different from us, for whatever reason. It doesn't matter how different they are, but the importance, even more now, is to embrace those differences and get to know people. So talking and really listening, it's easier to talk, but to really listen, to really focus on how do we listen so we can solve problems, not just to talk to say we have differences, and help us overcome some of those differences is very, very important, particularly when you think about having that conversation and dialogue about your health. What will make you successful? What make others successful? And how do we improve the lives that we live in? I fundamentally believe that diversity is our strength. We need each other in our society. We need each other at work. We need each other where we live, even in our 2 or 3 blocks that we live in. So together, we are stronger. And yes, together we can go far as a community and as women. I'm reminded of the African proverb that I want to leave you with. It said that if you want to go far, take others. Bring others, take others. So with that, I would like to welcome our speakers and encourage everyone to have a great lunch. Thank you.
Thank you, Janice, and thank you again to Pfizer. By now, I'm sure you've noticed the perfect red lipstick in your Women of Power Summit purse. Max Ruby Woo, courtesy of the Estee Lauder companies. So, power up the Ruby Woo in you and create a bold, perfect lip for Instagram and Twitter. Compliments again by our friends of at the Estee Lauder companies. Be sure to hashtag BEWPS. Speaking of Instagram, snap, tag, and win an Amazon Echo Show courtesy of ADP, our title sponsor. All you have to do is snap a selfie with your Women of Power BFF, tag using the hashtag BEWPS, post a photo on Twitter or Instagram by 5 p.m. Friday, March 1st, and be automatically entered. The winner will be announced at the ADP booth on Friday, March 2nd at 3:45 p.m. You must be present to win. Also, Have you been tweeting the hashtag BEWPS? If you have, now is your chance to be rewarded. The person who has tweeted the most has won a Lemur gift basket, also compliments of the Estee Lauder companies. Please come by the BE booth in the Power Lounge to collect your prize. I'm also pleased to share that the Leading Black Entrepreneurs Summit is moving forward. In 2019, Black Enterprise will return to Charlotte, North Carolina with Forward, restructured and rebranded to better meet the needs of today's entrepreneurs. Our premier Black Entrepreneurs Summit, hosted by Nationwide, will be held on Wednesday, June 19th through Saturday, June 22nd at the Charlotte Convention Center, and we hope to see many of you there. Please direct your attention to the video screen to learn more about Forward.
Be a part of the business revolution and take your business to the next level. Find out how. Hosted by Nationwide, where innovation and capital meet. Network with business professionals and learn how to brand your product in a competitive market.
You have to fail to succeed. You can't win without losing.
Don't get too diversified where you can't focus on your core asset.
You got to know your customer and then deliver to them what they want. If you do that, then you will be successful.
Coming to Charlotte, North Carolina.
We need your genius.
Be there.
It'll be very exciting, so I hope you all will be able to join us for what will be our new conference, Forward. Two small announcements. One is in session 1A, which was the honest conversation regarding race this morning. Someone left an iPhone there at their seat. We believe the woman's first name is Kim. Not that we've been scrolling through your messages necessarily, but the name Kim came up. So if in fact you left your phone and your name is Kim and you're in session 1A this morning, please come backstage and we'll hand that to you. And then lastly, and this is really important in regards to the MJ1 show tomorrow. We've had an overwhelming response to the Women of Power Summit. And so you're to be congratulated for having some 1,500 people here at the event. That's outstanding, so thank you again. That's the good news. That's all the good news. Now the news is not so good. The show is sold out. And we knew the show would be sold out. But if you remember, amongst the 17,000 emails we sent you along the way to register early, there are many of you who did not. And we want to be as fair as we possibly can. So everyone that did, in fact, you're going to get an email today, late this afternoon. Everyone that had registered early, individually, and this has nothing to do with sponsor tickets, by the way, okay? So sponsors, relax. Those have already been distributed. But if you were a person who had registered for the Women of Power Summit and you did not check off that you wanted to come or did not register on time by the certain date, then you were on a wait list, quote. But I want to manage people's expectations in advance. There are no additional tickets. You will get an email this afternoon. The tickets will not be distributed until tomorrow anyway. But I want you to know in advance, we're trying to do the best that we can, but understand now the importance of registering early for next year. Okay? So next year we won't drag our feet and say, it's February 23rd, what's wrong with registering February 23rd? A lot of things wrong with that. Anyway, I want you to enjoy lunch. You'll get an email late this afternoon. Those that are individuals will get an email late this afternoon in regards to ticket distribution, which will take place tomorrow. We're going to try to accommodate as many people as possible, but truth be told is we have 90% of the theater, and we have most of the tickets for tomorrow night's evening show. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your lunch.